Thing.
Hello and welcome back to the Peak Endurance Podcast. My name is Ron Tate, and with me is my sidekick, or some might call her the Puppet Master,
Oh God. Ooh. You're giving me more power than I have, I think.
Isabel.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello. Welcome to the podcast, everybody. I bet you've been waiting with bated breath because we
It's the
weren't
whole
here for a
week.
whole week.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm sure no one even noticed.
No, no, that's right.
So that's all right.
We're out creating memories. Some
Yeah,
good, some not so good.
mainly not so good.
Some pretty bloody unpleasant.
Yeah. Well, for me more than you, to be
Yeah,
fair. Anyway, so yes, all right. Yes, it's been 2 weeks.
yeah. So last week
We went away to
we
Bright.
went to
If you
Brighton.
can hear some beeping, I'm just
Mm,
updating my new GoPro that Ron gave me because it's my birthday while I'm
yeah.
away. So Ron gave me this early, but it's just updating. And we thought,
Mm.
what better time to do it than while we're recording a podcast?
Two birds with one stone,
Yeah.
multitasking.
Yes, because I'm so good at multitasking. I'm really good at what should I name my GoPro?
You should name it Isabel Rules.
No.
No? Okay.
I think I'll just name it Hero 13 Black
Oh, okay.
because that explains exactly what it is.
Exactly what it is. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So it has, yeah, it's been an eventful couple of weeks since we last spoke to you. We went to Bright. We packed the van. We were going to stay at Camp Krusty, which is a
Oh,
caravan
yes, that was a
caravan
bit of
park
an
in
adventure, wasn't it? I
in
forgot about
Bright.
that. Yes. It
So
was from when we were meant to do the
Wandy
the
Cross.
Wandy Cross.
Yeah.
Yes, and of course I had a broken ankle. So we moved the accommodation to, because I'm always highly optimistic and I knew I'd be training up for tour, even though I had a broken ankle at the time. And so we changed the accommodation to there for my last big weekend of
Yeah.
training.
Yep.
But things did not go as planned, right?
No,
Did
not
they?
quite. Even the best laid plans are still not great plans when it
Because we
comes
didn't
to us.
fucking lay any plans, and that
No.
was the problem
Yeah. We haven't really been camping much
in the
in
van
in winter.
at all, really.
So when it came to packing the van and making sure we had the right stuff, we kind of didn't think it through that much in that
Oh,
we didn't.
in my head, it was like we were going to an Airbnb.
Yeah.
That's
We
how we packed, as if we were going to an Airbnb with everything sorted.
Yeah, so we didn't have a few essentials like a light,
I
you
mean,
know.
it was lucky I had a head torch because I'm always carrying it in my
Yeah,
backpack. But I think I had that head torch, but we didn't have a light like to hang in the tent that goes on the back of the
yeah.
caravan or the van. And so we'd have been sitting there in darkness with me just shining a light
Trying to
on Ron.
cook dinner at 6 o'clock in the dark.
Yeah, and trying to put the tent up in the dark. And it's
Yeah,
like, oh crap, we forgot a light. But the first thing we realized we forgot was the towels. Like we brought
yeah,
no towels or anything. So we'd have had to have a shower with, I don't know, tissues.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I was like, oh, we're gonna have to go to the supermarket, the shop and buy towels and buy lights and buy this. And then by the time we've got all that done, and then it's going to be pitch black by the time we're trying to connect the tent and set up the van, because ultimately in a van like that, everything's stored on the bed. So then
yeah.
we've got to take it, and it's like a lot of work. And I'm like, and I've got to do a big run tomorrow. And I'm like, oh my God, I just couldn't. Oh, it was starting to sound like really unfun, hard
It
work.
was, yeah. So at the very last minute, in
I
fact,
went, should we?
such a last minute, it was as we were driving into Bright.
As we were driving into Bright, I booked an Airbnb.
Yeah,
And luckily I booked it at 5:01 and it was through Bright Escapes or
yeah,
something. It was on Airbnb, but it was through Bright. Luckily they were still at the office. He rang me later and said, "Oh, you're lucky we were still there. We normally are at the door at straight on 5."
yeah,
So it went through and we got some accommodation. It was really nice. It
yeah. Turned out to be a nice
was
little
really nice.
unit.
Yeah,
Um,
backing onto the bike path, and I said to Ronald, we can go for a nice little run on the bike path.
yeah.
Not. Yeah, but
So yeah, very last minute, but we found a nice place to stay, and it
and it
was
was like,
so much,
thank
yeah,
God.
so much better than staying in the van.
Yeah,
The
because
bed
we always
was
had to get up
comfy.
in the morning in the dark, make
Yeah.
coffees in the dark, it was like, oh God, it's just
Yeah, because we set the alarm for
five or
five, quarter
something.
past five, something
Yeah,
like that. That would have been very dark.
just for a Saturday.
Would have been very cold.
And everything takes longer when you're in
Yeah,
camping, like, it just does.
yeah,
So I was so relieved.
yeah. So then all we had to do was run the hills.
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So then we went out and we did the Wandy Cross course, which
The
is way more technical than anything we'd
which
have
was
to
a
do at Tor.
20, the course itself was,
26K loop,
yeah,
two loops,
yeah,
with about 2400,
yeah,
2300-ish meters climbing,
yeah,
but the downhills were quite technical. The
yeah,
uphills were too. So it was really slow
it
going.
was, yeah.
And so what happened was we were coming down one of the techie downhill. Oh, Jiminy Cricket, that gave me a heart attack. Huh. It's funny, I swear all the time, but as soon as I have a heart attack, I'm Jiminy
Jiminy
Cricket.
Cricket. Yeah, what the hell? What does that mean?
You don't know. That's from
Geppetto,
yeah, yeah,
Pinocchio.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
No.
I was gonna say, how can you not know Jiminy Cricket? That's how I used to swear at school as a teacher.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of Jiminy Crickets in
Lot,
my place.
Jiminy, a lot of those kids were actually called Jiminy at
Yeah,
cricket.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's what they thought anyway. Um, so anyway, back to my story of
Yeah.
I don't know what was I
Uh,
saying?
the technical,
Oh yeah, then on the downhill, I I was taking it easy. I was being careful because I've got PTSD from that area,
hmm.
and I was just paranoid. And then I'm coming down the hill, being careful, which is code for slow. And then I come upon Ron who's standing there going, "Ah." And I'm like,
That
what?
sounded exactly like me.
And he's like, I've rolled my
Yeah,
ankle.
so
So I am,
stood on a rock and rolled my ankle.
yeah,
And,
it's so easy to do. I
yeah.
mean, I looked at it, it didn't look too bad. Like there was
No,
no discoloration or anything, but
no.
Ron was like in a bit of pain. So, and then, we kept going down the hill and he was even slower than me, which for
Yeah.
fuck's sakes
Because
must,
pretty much right after I did it, the hill got really steep.
yeah, yeah. And
Um,
then, and yeah, and way worse and
yeah.
everything. And I said to Ron, being the lovely person that I'm in, fuck you, I'm
I'm
going.
going. I'm over here. I'm not waiting for you.
It's just that I was, as it was, I was already going to be doing an extra loop. And it was like, I
Yeah.
just want to be done. And if I'd had to, no offense, wait for you, I wouldn't have been done until Christmas,
It happened. I, I
just
was
before
planning.
going up mixed
Yeah,
track.
and I was planning on stopping. We had to go back up to Mystic,
Yeah.
and then down the other side back to the car. And I was going to stop, and you were going to
Yeah.
keep
Because I
going
was going
anyway.
to not even go to the van. I was going to
Yeah,
go back up goat track.
yeah,
So we were going to be splitting up soon
yeah,
anyway. And I'm like, if I've got to wait, no offense, but I just want to get this over and done with. Like, and Ron was
yeah,
fine. And I
yeah.
looked him in the eye and said, are you sure you're fine about this? So I could see if he would get his pirate face, if he was lying.
Yes, of course.
Sorry, movie reference
Maybe a
there,
reference
folks.
of a movie we watched the other day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And so
and I was fine with it because, like I say, I was planning on stopping soon anyway, and it's funny, it hurt pretty bad for the first 10 minutes, and then it slowly petered out,
yeah,
and
and I mean that's the thing,
in the end,
That's
I
why I
wasn't.
thought I could keep running a
Yeah,
broken ankle because after
yeah,
about 15, 20 minutes, it sort of petered out. It's
yeah. It wasn't fine, but because I knew, I had to go up mix, which if anyone knows mixed track, it's pretty bloody steep
yeah,
and pretty slippery,
yeah.
and then down disco, which is
Oh my
also
God, that's terrible.
extremely sketchy and extremely steep downhill.
Yeah, I mean,
And
there's ropes that you're meant to hold on to.
yeah,
I chose not to do that and just slide on my
yeah,
ankles.
there's sections there where they have ropes because yeah, it's so slippery and sketchy and
Yeah.
steep, and so I knew I had to go up and down those, so I didn't want to go particularly fast, and so yeah, I was happy for Isabel to
I didn't go
do
particularly
everything.
fast, but yeah. So anyway,
And then as I was coming down off Mystic, I ran into a couple who were asking me what I was doing, and so I ended
and they
up
didn't ask me because I just blew straight
yeah,
past
that's
them
right, yeah.
and just ran because I'm like, I just got to get this done. They must
Uh,
have seen the look on my face.
yeah.
Just want to get it done.
So I ended up stopping and talking to them for like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so by that time you were, a
Miles ahead by then.
long way in front of me. And by the time I got back to the van, you were almost at the top of
Yeah, I
the
was at the
coach pack
Wandy
again.
lookout. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I ended up finishing really slowly. And, if anyone knows the course, the last, I don't know, K and a half
It's on road
is on
anyway.
flat road, and I just walked it.
Yeah.
I didn't bother trying to run.
No, no, fair
Um,
enough.
and then you continued on and did another.
I did another. I went up goat track, and then where did I go? I can't remember. Then I went back down towards Bright, whatever that climb is.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
went back up it again.
Is it Edith
Something
something?
like that.
Yeah, something.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I just run and
Yeah.
hike the trails. I don't know their names. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know
It's
what I'm doing.
it's the first climb of Buffalo
Yeah.
Stampede,
So I did
essentially.
that again.
Yeah.
And then I got to what, 3,000 meters climbing. I think that's what it was.
Yep.
And then I went, fuck this shit. I'm going home.
Mm.
Right. And that was, I can't even remember how many kilometers it was. And then the next day I said, I'm not doing the Wandy Cross
Because
course again because it takes so long. 'Cause it's so
initially though,
slow.
we had decided that
Yeah.
you were going to do the first 40 odd Ks of Buffalo Stampede,
Yes.
which would have made you finish on the top of Mount Buffalo.
That was the plan.
And until the day before, I was thinking about it, and I
Luckily.
luckily, and I thought,
Although maybe I bet you it would have been fine.
yeah, I was like, I wonder if I need chains to drive up to the top of Buffalo on my car, because it is still winter,
Yeah.
even though it's, the weather's not particularly winterish. And so I looked it up on the internet, and they had just, because it was a bit chilly in the morning, they'd reinstated needing to have chains while driving on the mountain. So that put that idea to bed.
So then instead Ron created some sort of
Just
course.
a loop, yeah.
And and I did most of it, but then it was like taking forever because it was Sunday as well. Got to remember everybody. And I had to get back in the car and do as many looms as possible because the next day I couldn't do all my looms on Monday because this is my athlete feedback videos, looms. The next day I also had a lot of Zooms with athletes or athlete calls because I'm trying to get ahead. And the whole week has just been athlete calls and athlete calls and athlete calls. It's just been hours of that, which is fine, but I didn't have time to do all my 60 looms on Monday. So I'm freaking out. I've got to get into the car. I've got to get my loom started. So I just kind of cut it short and went back up Mix instead of a different hill.
Yeah.
So
you finished that run about 2 o'clock,
yeah,
pretty much, or just before, but by the time you got yourself
and I mean,
sorted.
we were up again at the ass crack of dawn. And I got 2,000 meters climbing, something like that.
So that brought up your weekly total
to over 10,000 meters climbing for the week.
Yeah. So
I was really happy about that. So we jumped in the car. You were there waiting for me. We blasted off at the speed of light. You had a delicious sandwich for me. I scarfed that and then got cracking on my on my looms, which is a pain in the ass because I'm hot spotting off my phone.
You need internet to do it.
Yeah, and it just is so slow and shit through that area. So it takes twice as long to do the looms. But I got like 30 odd done. And I knew I'd have enough time to get 30 done the next day. There was no way I was going to have time to do 60.
Yeah. So, we finally got home. It was about 6-ish, just after 6.
Yeah. We quickly unpacked the van. It was real speed unpack. At first, Ron was like, we'll just bring everything in, have some dinner and then unpack. And I'm like, no, because once I sit down and eat dinner, that's it. I'm done. I'm not doing more. So I just started unpacking. Ron had to do what I was doing.
While I was unloading the van, you were actually
I just started unpacking, which I think is the best way to do it anyway. Except I had the unpleasant job of unpacking all the washing. I always get that job and it's rank. Because I open the bag and it's like,
running stuff that's been sitting in there for over a day.
Your socks.
Socks.
And of course, Ron didn't run on Sunday because of his ankle. So
I probably could have, but I just didn't want to, I knew.
Aggravate it.
Yeah, I knew.
It's not the kind of stuff you love, so it's not like you felt like you were missing out.
No, that's right. And so I figured if I'd rested it Sunday, I'd be good for Monday, and I was.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, so we unpacked and then we got fish and chips,
yes, because we live just around the corner from the fish and chip shop,
and we're
and there's
always, smelling that.
certain times you go out,
Oh,
and if the wind's blowing in the right
oh
direction,
my
all
God,
you
the
can smell
sweet
is fish and
smell of
chips.
fish and chips.
So, and that's what
Oh,
I could smell it like unloading the van every time I went outside. That's all I could smell.
I was
So,
happy with fish and chips because
yeah,
like then you don't have to drive
yeah,
anywhere and all that sort of stuff. Because of
yeah,
course I'm too lazy to pick up the takeaway people.
yeah.
Oh, well, I'm normally
That's
working or doing
yeah,
something like that, like
yeah.
anyway, so you went and picked it up. I don't know what I was doing. I think I was
I don't know.
past eight. Because it had been a really tiring weekend, like
Yeah,
really a lot of hiking, so run hiking, both days, really big days, early mornings, big days, and then working all afternoon and then unpacking. So literally a weekend of no rest
yeah.
at all whatsoever.
That's right. Because on Saturday you finished the run, pretty much got back, and we had dinner
Yeah, we
straight
had dinner
away,
and
and
yeah, went to bed not
yeah,
long after. So yeah. Um, you know, and as it was, even then I got on and did some plans and
mm,
some messaged with athletes and all that sort of stuff. So,
yeah.
that was my Saturday night.
And then Sunday, obviously, the run, then get
Yeah.
straight in the car and drive home.
Yeah, yeah,
So
and it
yeah,
was
very big, very busy
yeah,
weekend.
very busy. Um, which is fine because we know this weekend is not going to be as
Yeah.
busy, but it's going to be probably more awful because we're going to be packing my case.
Yes. The packing officially starts
Ugh.
tomorrow.
And like I've got a 30 kilogram limit, which I thought, oh well, what I normally do is I just buy an extra bag and it's just $200, from the airline. Like, pay for an extra bag, 200
Mm,
bucks or something. I'm like, whatever. No, no, $1,000.
$1,000.
So we are not doing an extra bag.
No,
I think it's like $200 for an extra 5 kilos. So no, no,
no. So we'll be trying to fit everything in
fuck's sakes.
and right up until 30 kilos. So
Yeah. And then I'll be wearing it.
she'll
I'll
have
have all
pocket.
my running snacks in my pockets. I'll
Uh,
be wearing 2 pairs of runners. I'll be wearing all my mandatory kit. I'll be wearing the head torch on my head. I'll be,
uh,
I'll just be wearing everything. So yeah,
hmm. So that's this weekend's
yeah, fun and games.
fun and
I
games.
mean, we're still training. Like I'm still
Yeah,
planning on us doing 4 to 5 hours tomorrow. Like we're still
yeah,
training, with 2,000 meters climbing. We'll go out Sunday for 3 to 4 hours. Like it's not like, and I've already done. It's Friday. I've done
yes.
4,000 meters climbing already this week. So although I'm tapering and I have reduced the amount I'm doing, instead of doing 3 hours on Tuesday and Thursday, I did 2.5. What?
Well, that's a big run for most people.
Yes, I know, but compared to what I've been
Yeah,
doing, and Wednesday, normally I would do 19 Ks with 13 or 1,400 meters climbing. I did 14 and a half with just over 1,000 meters, which is still
mm,
solid, but it is a bit less. Next week will be way less, and the week of the race will be diddly.
yeah,
Um, yeah, so that's kind of that. Is that
yeah. I think that's pretty much where we're at for
yeah.
training.
So what did we want to talk about in regards to tour?
Well, let's talk about what sort of plans you're making for the race. So, what have you been doing, in regards to checking out the course? What sort of plans are you making with your crew? Um, and what sort of stuff are you planning on taking?
Well, the kitchen sink, clearly. Um, so plans. I mean, how do you plan? You can't really plan. Firstly, I've
Yeah,
never done it before, so I don't have a clue. So my planning is very, like,
open-ended.
yeah, because I can make a plan and everything I've read, everything I've watched says everyone goes, yeah, make a plan, but you're not going to use it,
Yeah,
you know, best laid plans and all that sort of stuff because everything goes out the window. And
yeah,
and that's what I've always said. Everything goes out the window. You can have a plan, but that's more just as sort of guardrails
mm,
to give you an idea and give you some confidence that you actually might have a clue what you're doing. But ultimately, I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I've never ever done anything this hard. So I don't know how my body's going to react, how my mind's going to react. I mean, I kind of have an idea because I've done some bloody hard things, but even the FKT I did was only 67 hours.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. That's
I'll be
potentially.
doing,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right, about double that.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, so who knows? So what I've been doing is getting on because I've watched every YouTube video that I can find on Tor Des Geants, and some of them I've watched twice, many of them I have.
Yeah.
So now I was just checking the time because I've got athlete calls. So I've been getting on Caltopo, and I put the that's a mapping software that I got for Barclay one year, and then you put all the imagery on, and so I'm really following the course and really looking in depth at the course and trying to not memorize per se, but and I it's got the imagery, but I've also put the what are they called, the elevation lines, the
Oh, the gradients.
yeah, the gradients
Yeah.
on it and that sort of stuff, the lines, so you can see how steep it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I put it on 3D. And so I come in and you're running. I mean, I'm imagining I'm
Yeah.
running along the valley and there's just mountains and they are huge. I can see that from Caltopo. It's just like,
Yeah.
whoa, that's awesome. And so I've got my charts there with the amount of elevation the climbs have. So I'm like, okay, so that's this. And it's been really, really helpful.
Yeah. And if you're watching on YouTube,
Yes, I've got for each leg.
for each leg, we've got these strips that we've
And
cut
thanks
out.
to Alex Ramsey for these. He's a Canberra, a runner from Canberra. And he sent
An
me,
ACT, Ian.
yeah, that's the one. An Acton. He sent me those, and so that was super awesome. So I've got one for every leg, and the pink highlight is where it's techie, really technical. And the I've also put little orange on the peaks. They're the ones that are over 3,000 meters.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I've bought cheap ass reading glasses. They're going to go in my belt so that I can, because my concern was going around the course, I'm going to not be able to read anything.
Yeah.
But I don't want to take my good glasses because they cost good money.
Yeah.
So I just got a pair of, I don't know how they might be,
I think $20.
$20 or something from the
Yeah.
chemist. I look absolutely gorgeous in them, but I don't really care because I'm pretty sure that's going to be as low down on the list as possible, because I'm
That's
pretty
right.
sure I'm going to look pretty wretched and ragged.
The
I
least
mean,
of your
you've seen
problems.
me after a long run.
Yeah, the least of your problems will be the glasses.
Yeah, that'll be absolutely the least. The snot hanging off my face, the bits of food,
The witchy poo hairstyle.
yeah, the lack of fucks given about any of that. So dorky chemist glasses, I don't give a shit. I just want to be able to read things if I need to.
Yeah.
So ultimately I've also got this is the course on this map. Ron printed that one up for me. Only people on YouTube will be able to see it. It's just
Yeah.
off the website. And
Yep.
it makes the mountains look not that big, but
Yeah, no, look easy. I reckon they're runnable.
yeah, they look runnable. But yeah, nah, not runnable. I was reading, I don't know, something that said, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to read what this guy said. That there is 7 kilometers of runnable terrain in the entire course of 350 odd kilometers, which
And
yeah,
that was something that Galen had
he
touched on
yes, he
as
touched
well.
on that as well.
That it was something like 12%
Yeah,
of the race is runnable, the rest not so much.
yes, that's right.
So yeah. I think the plan is that when you're going to be walking for most of the race, so you walk with purpose.
Yes.
Where you can.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you can.
Yes.
And while
well,
you can.
that the whole thing, that's what it is. And to be honest, a lot of the time my walking with purpose will actually be pretty slow, because when you're at altitude, it's hard to be super, super fast.
Yeah.
I'm just getting to this bit that this guy wrote, and I wanted to read it. Some lessons he learned from Tor. This is from a blog.
Yes, Isabel's been reading a lot of blogs lately as well.
And Charity, thank you, Charity, sent them all to me, because clearly I'm an umpty. I Googled Tor Des Geants blogs and find literally nothing. And Charity sent me about 20 links, and I'm like, oh, am I that dumb? I don't know what it is. But yeah, so thank you, Charity, because they have been awesome. So, conclusions. What did he say? He goes, can you keep talking or something?
Well, I thought you were going to talk.
Well, because I've got to find it.
So yeah, getting to the light bases and life bases and having your crew there is also a major part of the planning.
Yes. So
Also,
the plan is for Elizabeth to be at all the life bases and maybe a few of the other ones. Because like some of them, I was looking on the map, like they're just down the road,
yeah,
It might take me 2 hours, but they're literally 10 minutes down the road
yeah,
for her. But we're going to, on about the Tuesday or Wednesday, drive around to all the aid stations that we think she can get to make sure that she can actually get to them.
yeah.
All right. So I wanted to talk, so I can do that, about, maybe I shouldn't have. It's disappeared. All right. So what this guy said, because people want to know the enormity of this race. He says here, if you have one piece of advice to give someone who wants to run the Tor des Geants in the future, it would be, or if he does, be prepared. For 4 years, I have dreamt, eaten, slept, and thought of the tour every day. I can't say I've done that.
4 months, maybe.
Yeah. The toll that the race takes on your personal/family life is heavy. So be prepared to be so tired that you'll want to sleep whenever and wherever you can. Be prepared to miss a bit of your kid's life because you'll want to rest instead of taking them for a run or for a bike tour. Be prepared to fall asleep 5 minutes after dinner every night, no matter how hard you try to stay awake, and your wife will watch TV alone for some time. Actually, you'll fall asleep during party. No, actually, sorry, you'll fall asleep during parties and dinners at your place or your friend's place. To be fair, I do that. I've fallen asleep at people's parties before. As an adult because of my training. Be prepared to be selfish. Your training will come first. Be prepared to use so many sports clothes that you'll be able to have a full 7-kilogram laundry machine a week only for your running clothes. Be prepared to wake up very early and run alone because your coach will give you 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours of training during the week, which is what I have been doing regularly. I've been doing 3 hours every Tuesday, 3+ hours every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for 2 months now.
Yeah.
If I've been training that long. And to be at home in the afternoon, you will want to do it in the morning. Be prepared to be cranky and in a bad mood with everyone from exhaustion due to the excessive amount of training. On the other hand, you'll also grow stronger mentally and be able to enjoy the visible physical improvements. You'll push yourself in a way that you wouldn't know possible and experience the sunrise or sunsets on top of summits very early morning, runs or rides when everybody's still sleeping, and so on. I think I've coped with, I haven't been cranky, Blake, have I?
No, you haven't been cranky, but you've been very tired,
very tired.
And very hungry.
I have eaten like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Like the amount of food I have been consuming is off the charts. But even so, I have had to buy new compression shorts.
Well, someone told you that you should try and put weight on between now and the start of the race because you're going to lose it.
Yeah.
And how did that go?
Well, I've tried to put on weight, but instead I lost it.
Yeah.
And the size medium compression shorts, which basically fit me at the start, I've had to go buy new size small because they were baggy, and it was like, what's the fucking point? They're not compression anymore. They're just shorts.
Yeah.
So cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. So I've bought size small, which I am not a size small in my legs normally. Size stocky maybe, but not size small. So I've had to buy new compression shorts, and it's like, oh, now they feel like compression instead of just baggy leggings.
Yeah.
So who knew?
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I've lost weight per se. Like I wouldn't have a clue because I don't have scales. But I just think my body composition has changed. Like I've probably lost a bit of fat and I've gained muscle. So my weight probably hasn't changed.
Yeah.
But just my body shape.
Well, isn't it muscle weighs heavier than fat?
More than fat, yeah.
In actual fact, you may have put weight on.
I may have put weight on.
But it'll be muscle mass rather than, fat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So I mean, yeah, so interesting. Yeah, I definitely haven't put on weight, even though, like, seriously, the amount of food I've been eating, like I've say, I've been eating more than Ron on a day-to-day basis. And I haven't been holding back when there's junk food and ice creams and
no, that's
I
that's
haven't even been keeping it to 1 day a week.
that's been one of the benefits for me personally.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I've been eating ice creams on Monday, not just the designated Sunday. So it's been, so
Mm,
even though I'm tapering, I'm keeping up my eating, I have
yeah,
decided, especially protein. So yeah,
yeah. So so that's planning. What about your dietary planning
for the
for the
race.
race?
Once again, that's really hard. So this guy, Alex, said that you really only need 1 to 200 calories an hour. Like I normally tell people 3 to 400 calories, but he said, essentially, I don't need that much because you're moving that much slower. Of course, when you're up at altitude, you need a bit more, but essentially, you're moving so slow. And so, I've got lots of bars and gels and shit. Not that I'm going to be eating those for 6 days, obviously, but they're handy to have because they're a high hit of calories. I'm also going to bring Ziploc bags and grab food from the aid stations, some
Hmm.
prosciutto, some nice Formaggio cheese, or I don't
Yeah.
know, whatever, Parmesan.
That's also part of the trouble is that you really don't know
Yeah.
what they're going to present you at the
I do know it's polenta, but it's Parmesan polenta. They put cheese in it. And if you don't know already, everybody who's listening, I'm lactose intolerant.
I do know.
Yeah.
I know well.
So I've bought the extra strong lactase and but I often find the lactase doesn't even help because I take lactase before I eat anything
Yeah,
cheesy and yeah, nah, it doesn't help.
yeah,
So I've bought the extra, but what can I do? Like,
yeah, that's right.
I can't say no, I'm lactose intolerant. Give me the cheese-free polenta, and they'll go, well, we haven't got any. So
Yeah, the cheese-free polenta is in that water over there. You can drink that and
yeah,
get out.
yeah, essentially. Yeah. So I'm just gonna have to do what I can do. There'll be lots of pasta. I'm planning on, I've got to do that. I keep talking about doing it to myself, but I'm going to get cash eye, get some
Yeah.
euro, because when you go to the refugios, yes, they have the aid station there, but they also still have the refugio where tourists can buy food. And I'm going to buy espresso and buy
Hmm.
pizza, or I've heard gnocchi there is very good too.
Hmm.
So, maybe some gnocchi, I
Yeah.
don't know, just some other foods that's not pasta. Supposedly, you get really sick of pasta and broth.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, and, cold meat and cheese. So, yeah, so it's going to be a case of I can't train my gut essentially because I don't know what I'm going to be eating then. I'm just going to
No.
have to make do. But
And the battle of, training in Australia where you know what foods are on offer, then
yeah.
going over there and having no idea and
Well, that
even
was
if
my
you
big battle when I first raced over
yeah,
there at
even if you have an
CCC.
idea of what's there, you can't replicate it here
No,
because
it's not the same.
it's not the same.
It's not the same because everything is different. The
Yeah.
processing, the water, everything that they use to make these things is different.
Yeah.
I'll be at altitude. That will affect how my body digests food anyway.
Mm.
It's going to be hot. At the moment in the Aosta Valley, it's about 32 degrees, right? So it's going to, and I don't digest food as well in the heat. So it's all going to be completely and utterly different. So I just have to be open to that and just accept it.
Yes, and that is the battle that we face living in Australia. When
Just one of the battles.
when Isabel's training for the Barclay, most of that training is done through summer, through
Mm.
the heat.
For a winter race.
For when she gets over to Tennessee and it's very winter-like. And in this case, we've done all of our training in the winter where it's been cold and wet and slippery,
Yeah.
and
At
for
the
a
end of the day, yeah,
summer race.
yeah, it's going to be hot, but up in the coals, like I'm regularly on the Tor des Geants stories looking at them because everyone who's doing their training, they
Mm,
reshare. If they tag Tor des Geants, they reshare it. And like Col Le Sang, Charity actually sent it to me. I'm coming down from Col Le Sang, which is the highest one. this girl, she was wearing a rain jacket and it was raining and windy and, and that
Hmm.
was like yesterday or today kind of thing.
Right.
So it's still going to be cold and shitty, but she was still wearing a running skirt. She wasn't
Yeah.
completely rugged up, but
I noticed because I've got the Aosta Valley in the weather app at the
yeah,
moment,
same, yeah.
and I noticed for the next couple of days there's storms
Oh, is there? Okay.
forecast. Yeah,
Yeah.
but still in the mid to high 20s,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but storms.
Yeah.
So, um,
Yeah,
oh, it's actually
it's
improved.
improved.
Yeah, it's improved.
I mean, it's
But
going to be 27 on Monday with
yeah,
1 millimeter
yeah,
of rain.
yeah. When I looked at it yesterday, that had
Yeah.
thunderstorms and things. So
Yeah, but that's maybe it's moved to next week. Who
yeah,
knows? But
yeah,
yes, at the moment,
mm,
Saturday and Sunday next week are 32.
yeah, and sunny.
Yeah.
So so you just
Neither of which I'm
and
used to.
And most mountain ranges go, what's down in the valley is
Completely different.
completely
Yeah.
different from what
And that's
top.
why even if it's 32 degrees in the valley, I'm going to have my raincoat and gloves and waterproof gloves and
Yeah,
everything else with me for the top and the
yeah.
thermal and everything. Like, I need to be careful. I don't think I'll need my puffy. But once again, Charity got me onto an app for the weather. The oh, Mateo Swiss.
Okay,
It's an app that's will give me proper mountain
okay.
weather supposedly. So
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So yes, so yeah, it's a lot to think about with the up and down and the weather and the
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
I've just got to eat. That's my goal is just to keep eating. It doesn't matter what it is. But supposedly you're less likely to get nausea simply because you don't need to eat as much and because you don't eat as much of the processed crapola.
Yeah,
You're eating more real foods because you're moving a bit slower. But I will still have the processed crapola because it's light and it's easy to carry.
and it's fast, easy
Yeah,
calories.
it's fast. It hits your system
Yeah,
quickly, so it'll be good to have with me, but it's not going to form my entire nutrition plan. It's
yeah.
just, easy to have.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, so the countdown is on. This time next week, I'll be at the airport. I won't be with you anymore, probably. I'll be through customs.
yeah, yeah. Well, or if not, going through
Yeah, in that
probably,
process.
yeah, yeah, probably you'll have just gone through, I'm
Yeah,
tipping.
yeah.
So yeah,
So yeah, far right. Oh my God.
it's
I'm
getting real.
I'm getting super nervous. But that's all normal part of it. I get nervous, I get nervous before park run. So of
Yeah.
course I'm going to get nervous before this.
Hmm.
And I think about all the racing I've done, and I've always been sick with nerves. I'm not sick, but had a lot of nerves beforehand. And I look back on the races now and go, oh, I remember that, but I've forgotten the nerves,
Yeah. Hmm.
and I know the nerves are a part of it. And even when 3 months ago, when I was thinking about the race, I was like, oh yeah, that week before the race, that's gonna suck or the 2 weeks because I'm
Yeah.
gonna be so nervous. And here we are. Yeah, I'm nervous. But that it's just part of the process. It's part of racing. And it's actually why I gave up mountain biking because back then I couldn't handle the nerves and
But
it was debilitating for me.
it's something that we've spoken about though, in that if you're, and I'm talking you specifically, but if you're not nervous before the race,
Yeah,
it means you don't particularly care.
yeah, that's right. And I've
And
been not nervous before and I went shit.
yeah, because you
Yeah.
weren't invested in the
No,
race.
because it was like, oh yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course I'm not nervous because it literally doesn't matter. And then it's like, oh well, that was shit.
Yeah.
I mean, being nervous doesn't guarantee I'll do well, but being not nervous guarantees I won't do well.
Yeah. That's right.
Mm.
So it's all part of the process. It is what it is.
Yeah, so don't ever try to get rid of the nerves. It's more learning how to deal with them, which,
Yeah.
I know how to deal with it. So I feel it and I'm like, oh yeah, here we are again. And I'm okay about it, but it doesn't mean I love it. That's
Yeah.
the part of racing I don't love. But if that's the price I have to pay to do these cool events, then I'm willing to pay it.
Yeah. Hmm.
And it's just part of it. And it's why I do the Ultra Mindset Lab. Like we were working last night with the team on confidence and what it is and what it isn't, and what kind of confidence, because there's a variety of different types of confidence and all that sort of stuff. So I was working that with, everyone who was on the Mindset Lab last night, and it was good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so once again, not talking about removing those nerves,
No.
but actually acknowledging them, dealing with them, and moving on.
Yeah, and using them to help you
Yeah.
rather than to hinder you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So did you have any other thoughts?
Don't think so. No, I think we've spoken about all that you can possibly plan for.
Yeah.
All your clothes and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Yeah.
I mean, what I'm taking is I'm taking everything, a shit ton of stuff.
Everything that will fit in the suitcase and be under 30 kilos.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as many batteries as I possibly can.
So
Who
we'll
knows?
be packing from most important to least important, so that when we run out of space and weight,
Yeah. So basically, I'm going to be touring Italy in my mandatory kit. I'll be wearing those compression shorts when I go touristing with my daughter afterwards, and she'll be like, "Oh, Mum, you look like a dork," and I'll be like, "Well,
that's all the clothes I could afford to pack."
Yeah. And essentially, I'm not taking any shoes. I'm just taking my runners for running the Alps in, and some OOFOS, because it's going to be hot and sunny over there. If I need to wear shoes, I'm just wearing my goddamn trail shoes.
Yeah.
I couldn't be asked. I'm just not going to do anything else other than that. It's not like I'm going to be going anywhere fancy at all.
No.
So,
No,
yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're doing a couple of touristy things, but they're nothing that you can't do in, because it's summer. You can do them in with your OOFOS or your trail shoes.
Yeah, that's right. And luckily it is summer, so the clothes that I might want to wear over there are lightweight. I think I'm going to take like one jumper. I assume one jumper will be enough. I'll just have to wash it if I dirty it.
And you'll need that jumper to wear on the plane, because when you're leaving Melbourne, it'll be like 13 degrees.
Exactly.
So you'll need it at least to get, until you get on the plane. So that'll be
and they love cranking up the aircon on the plane. So yeah. Yeah. Oh God.
I need to wear it again until you fly home.
No, but it is good to have, because just in case, like I don't know, who knows.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going to happen. So but I've got to take poles and spare poles and 500 pairs of runners and
there's a lot we've got to fit in.
A lot of head torches, a lot of batteries that I've got to try and smuggle through customs. Anyway, it is what it is. We will do our best. All right, well, that is it. I will post my tracker link on socials, probably more on Facebook. I don't know. I don't really think you can post it on Insta. I'll post it on Facebook under Isabel, as well as Peak Endurance Coaching. So please, I would love you to follow along. I'd love it if you sent me some good luck messages. Absolutely would love that. Yeah.
Yep. And good luck.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens on this big adventure. Nothing is guaranteed. It does have a 50% DNF rate. I'm not giving excuses. And an interesting fact also is there is 1,200 approximately athletes, and 177 of them are women. So, I intend to be one of the women finishers. But as we know, in any ultra, anything can happen, and especially something this difficult and long, really anything can happen. But my goal is 100% to finish. Like, I am not even contemplating DNFing. I know I'm going to want to at many points when I go, this isn't fun anymore, that old catchphrase. But ultimately, it's not meant to be fun.
Yeah, that's right.
We're not doing this because, I want to have fun, tiptoe through the tulips kind of stuff.
You're doing it to push yourself.
Yeah, to challenge myself. Yeah.
So you got to expect pain when that happens.
Yes, that's right. So, so that's that.
Yeah.
So, yes. So, like I said, look out for me posting the link. It'll be, probably the day before the race that I'll post that link, and follow along. You can, start following me on the Sunday, which would be about 8 o'clock your time in Australia.
Hmm.
You can then go to bed, get up in the morning, follow again, work all day, go to bed, get up, follow me again, and on repeat. The day is on
The
end.
day's on end.
Oy.
You
So
won't
yeah,
you won't be waking up saying, is she finished yet? You'll be waking up saying, where
where
is
is she
she?
now?
Yeah.
And you'll be
Yeah.
like, she only did 50K. Yes, indeed. So yes, so yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, that's when you think about it, it'll, if it takes you, I don't know, 5 days, just say it's 5 days, that's only 70 Ks a day.
I know it's not. It's like, wow, that's super slow.
Yeah, that's
Mm,
that's that shows how um technical and
yeah,
steep and slow the course is
yeah,
when
yeah.
that's kind of the expectation.
Which is why I cannot be looking at my watch.
Yeah,
I just can't
yeah.
because that will do my head in.
Mm.
So yes, yes. All righty.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully that's answered a lot of people's questions on what it takes to
Even toe the line.
toe the line
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've done everything I can. I mean, when you think about it, I've really only had 2.5 months of training. I would have loved to have had more, but it is what it is. I've still got all that training in my legs and mind from my previous 20 years of running, and I've done a lot of hard stuff. So I'm not concerned about that break in the training, like, yeah, that 2 months essentially break in training.
I mean, it would have been good if it was a bit earlier, but
Yeah.
most athletes, most international athletes have an off season, and that was yours.
Yes.
It was just forced,
It was just
and
a
it was
bit
probably a
close.
little bit closer than you would have liked.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. But we're here now. I still feel bloody strong. So, and I still reckon I've done more training than some people who didn't
Yeah.
have a broken ankle. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
not that I'm comparing myself. I'm just saying that I did a shit ton.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a part-time job. It's been an exhausting, time-consuming, exhausting part-time job.
Yeah.
And like I said to Ron, I'll be so glad when I don't have to think about fucking Tor anymore.
As much as you've been looking forward to it,
Yeah,
wanting to
really
do it.
excited and I want to do it. It's like, oh my God, I just want to think about something else. And people have to start understand I'm a running coach. So my work day is all about running. And then my hobby is my running, and that's become so consuming. So all I think about is running.
Yeah.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I need a break.
So when she gets back, we're going riding.
Yeah. So I can start obsessing about that. So yeah, like, I just like that week after tour, I've got everything set up. So all my athletes are looked after. I just want to chill the fuck out and just not think about running for like 2 days. I don't know, at least 2 days, because although I know what'll happen, I'll try not to think about running. I'll go to bed and every night I'll still be running the tour,
You'll be tripping over rocks
Oh
and
my
waking
God,
yourself up.
falling off cliff faces and yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's all part of it, You should hit taper feeling like you've had enough and you don't want to do anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's covered.
Yeah, definitely. All righty. So next time we do the pod, I will have done tour and we will be talking about how it went, and
so
it will be all good news.
We'll be having an extended break.
Yes.
We'll see you in about a month.
In October. Rocktober.
Yes, in October. Look forward to hearing all about Isabel's successful run.
That's right. Indeed. Yeah. All right. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, you can just hit the red button. You don't need to hit the arrow. Not yet though. I appreciate all your support, and I'd love to get supportive messages during the race. So please do. Yeah. You can look me up on WhatsApp too. All righty. Bye.
Bye.